Good morning, Infinity. How's everybody doing? Everybody excited to be here today? If you're not, you're going to get there. We're going to work it. We're going to get it worked out. We're going to get into the space of Thanksgiving. I want to welcome everybody here in the space today on this wonderful August day. It's starting to get a little chillier. This is the first morning I got here and it wasn't as blazing hot, so I'm very grateful for that. I had to carry some things in, so I'm very grateful to be able to have done that without the blazing heat. It is time for us to begin the service today, so I'm going to ask that everybody just sit a little taller in your seat for a moment. Take a deep breath at home. Gather all your people, gather all your folks, put everybody around the screen, let everybody know it's time to start. Go ahead and hit the like button, the subscribe button, and give us a thumbs up and prepare our minds for the Infinity Fellowship today. Such an awesome day to be gathered in the space, such an awesome day. We're giving thanks continually, and we want to generate that field of thanksgiving. Take a deep breath. Exhale, blow it all out. Take another deep breath. Awesome. Exhale, let it all out. Take a deep breath, breathe in all of that stuff you dealt with during the week. Exhale, just let it all go in this moment. And then go ahead and then we ask that all eyes be closed, all heads be bowed, all hearts be open as we speak directly to Spirit in this space. Divine Source, Father God, Mother God, we give thanks today for the gathering of the Infinity Fellowship. Thank you for getting us together in this place. Thank you for everyone who is here in person. Everyone here in person is here for a reason. They are here to receive some spiritual food. They are here to receive some gratitude. They are here to receive some reminder that things are good. To those who are listening and watching online, whether they are at home in their living rooms, whether they're in their cars, at work, wherever they may be, they are here to receive absolutely the same. And so we are grateful for this opportunity to gather as we do on Sundays to celebrate in Thanksgiving. We give thanks for the gift of simply breathing today. There's some people who didn't wake up on this side of the living, but we count ourselves among those. And because we are here, we are grateful. We have gotten here from different parts of town, from different spaces of the world, and we are all here together. We release in this moment any nagging thoughts about why we should have done something else, or why couldn't we have done this, or why couldn't we have done that. We release all of those thoughts and just say we are here exactly where we're supposed to be, when we're supposed to be, and all is well. We send our energy, we lift our energy up to families today. We lift our energy up to the Greer family who has dealt with the tragedy that happened with the cousin and the relatives that we have read about in the news. We lift up the Greer family, the Donaldson family, the Pritchett family as they move through transition and they move toward understanding what family looks like from here going forward. We lift up the Huddleston family and the family of Shanka Lee White Dukeray. We send love to those babies, those children. We send love to Brother Charlie Huddleston. We send covering and energy to Sister Naya. We send loving and covering energy to Brother Malkeem. We know that the community now stands in the space that your mother filled. We know that you cannot fill the space of a mother, but you can have community show up to be there in the gap. And we speak that we will stand and continue to shine. We send energy toward our sister, our mother, our Nana, Vanita Holman. We send our energy into the universe for her right now, for her to have a full and complete healing, for her to embrace the spark of life, for her to understand and accept where her spirit desires to be, and that we all support that energy in this space right now. We cover her with love. We cover everyone here with love, anyone who is struggling with something right now. We recognize that you can do all things, and because you can do all things, you can heal all things. So we speak healing in the right now. We don't speak it in the future. We don't hope for it in the future. We proclaim it and walk in it right now as it is done, as we speak it. We speak abundance. We speak prosperity. We speak alignment with divine purpose in this year of attainment. We speak that technology is smooth. We speak that the music will inspire. We speak that something will be said or shared that will remind us all that we are exactly where we're supposed to be, poised for an opportunity to shine. We speak these things, and for others we cannot put into words. We simply say thank you and proclaim it so, and so it is. Inhale, exhale, release it. Amen, amen, hotep, shalom, namaste, ashe. We now commit in our space for the pouring of libations. So as we begin to pour libations today, we want to recognize that as we pour this water today, y'all, we are performing a reenactment of the divine life cycle. So we're pouring with water because water represents us. We're alive. We're still walking around on this side of the earth. When we move on to the space of life after life, guess what? We're still alive. So that's we have that circuit and we have that circle. But we pour it into the ground, into the earth that represents where our bodies came from and where they return. So we ask that as you begin to think about those ancestors that you want to remember as we pour libations today, that you remember that they are the foundation for where we are standing. We are standing on their shoulders. So their lives were not in vain, just like our lives are not in vain. We live the right kind of life, or we leave the right kind of legacy, then guess what? When we transition and pass on, people are going to call our names, and they're going to remember us as mama, as daddy, as granddaddy, as uncle, as cousin, as friend, as mentor. They will call on our names as well. So it's an awesome opportunity for us to remember. So as we begin, before we begin to pour with the water, we take a deep breath in together. Exhale, let it go. And we hear the energy of the space, the energy of the people, as they say, remember me. As we pour in the space today, we want to recognize a few names that stand out. I want to recognize a Fisk University graduate in both physics and mathematics, had the highest security clearance in the world back in the 60s and 70s, who I had the chance to help commemorate, my first cousin, big cousin, Samuel Howard Carr, Ashe. We want to remember the energies of the Greer family, through a sister, through a mother, through a community figure who was memorialized on yesterday, Sister Jacqueline Pope Pritchett, Ashe. And to her daughter-in-law, who was also a part of that tragedy at 32 years old. Kenitha taught her husband in school, in high school, and she's transitioned to the space of life after life, but not in vain. And so we remember your life, Sister Jasmine Donaldson, Ashe. So we pour this water today, and we say for the names that are coming into our consciousness space that we are thinking of right now, we say, cool water, freshen our spirits, Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this divine house of spirituality, Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors' families together, Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, divine source, and all creation, Ashe. Oh, grant to us peace and prosperity and remembrance, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And now we ask that you call the names aloud of those ancestors that you want to remember. Those of you who are at home, of course, type them into the chat box so that we can make sure that they are seen and that they are known inside your consciousness and outside of your consciousness. And so it is. Let us call those names aloud at this time. And we remember the children in the world, womb and yet unborn. It is done. Ashe? Ashe. Ashe. Oh. All right. All right. How's everybody doing today? All right, good. We want to absorb today's meditation, and we can open the door and let some folks in if they're ready to come in. Awesome. Today's meditation comes to us by way of a Hindu proverb. And for those of you who are at home, we get to put that up on the screen for you. And I love this particular Hindu proverb because it says so much about the state of where we are and what we do on a regular basis. And I love to have people back in the space because people take pictures of the slide and it's just like it used to be in the day. I love it. Today's Hindu proverb says, "There are hundreds of paths up the mountain, all leading to the same place. So it doesn't matter which path you take. The only person wasting time is the one who runs around the mountain telling everyone that his or her path is wrong." Oh, that's so nice. We got to read it twice. There are hundreds of paths up the mountain, all leading to the same place. So it doesn't matter which path you take. The only person wasting time is the one who runs around the mountain telling everyone that his or her path is wrong. Oh, don't be the one running around the mountain. And so it is. As I welcome us to the Infinity Fellowship, I want to remind you briefly of the 4 core spiritual principles of our gathering. We call it SNAP. Everybody snap your fingers for me real quick. All right, we want you to snap so that you remember what those principles are here at Infinity. And those principles are simple. The S is for spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own acceptance and understanding. The N is for nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A is for action because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every single day. And then finally, we have the P. The P is for the proof that our spiritual practice manifests fruit in our lives. We want to see fruit in your life through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We are grateful you are all here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many different names and yet known by one energy. This is the foundational practice of what people call interspirituality, looking beyond those things that divide us and doing the things that bring us together. So I invite you all to stand in the space, and wherever you are at home, we invite you to stand as well as we put up on the screen our statement of infinitude. Please feel free to recite it with us. We agree that we are beings of pure, eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all, regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so according to the many ancient terms of affirmation that will appear on the screen so that you have a chance to read and know them. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. All right, snap those fingers so we can understand. Now we're going to generate some gratitude since we're already standing in the space. We're going to generate gratitude by saying good morning to you. So we're going to say this in a minute. We're going to say, turn to somebody and say good morning.
Good morning.
Say good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, good morning to you. We're going to sing this song, Good Morning to You. So let's sing. As we do this, we're going to sing one verse. And then you're going to find two people in the space. And when you find two people in the space, you're going to say what your name is and one thing you're grateful for. And when you do that, you're going to feel that energy popping in the space so that you can know one thing that you're grateful for. If you're grateful at home, type in something that you are grateful for so we can put you up. Come on. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you.
And we say da 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 da
all right, let's go find people.
Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Hey, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Good morning to all of you online. Make sure that you're typing in something that you are grateful for. I want you to think of one thing that you are grateful for this morning. Hey, I'm grateful that we're all here together in person and if we are on the space on live, huh? I'm just grateful that we were all able to wake up this morning in our right minds. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. 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 Good morning to you.
Good morning to you as we are generating. Good morning, Leanne. Good to see you. Good morning, Key. Good to see you. Good morning, Stacy. Good to see you. Good morning, Michelle. Good to see you. Good to see everybody coming in on the chat, man. Everybody is coming in saying hello. Thanks for saying hello to each other. As we are singing, we know that we're coming in. Stacy is coming in from Clarksville, Maryland, of course. Grateful for consistency. Oh, we got them. I think Leanne is in Latvia. I think so. We got overseas right now. And we got coast to coast. We got Clarksville, Maryland coming in today, right now on the West Coast, on the East Coast. Sister Keita is in the house. Nikita is grateful for my IF family and this year of attainment. Everything is in place and progressing forward. Keita, I got a message for you today too. You just don't know. You're part of an inspiration on today's download. I'm gonna do that. We got the Lindsay family and Tashana coming in from Macon, Georgia. Grateful for the abundance of trees I see every day. Life is good. Come on, man. Can't count them. Wait till you get real grateful. You start counting the leaves on the trees and you realize how abundant things are and how if every little leaf is looked out for. What about you? How about you? You're going to be looked out for. How about that? Leanne is grateful to spend this evening with Infinity because in Latvia it's nighttime. So nighttime is the right time on Sunday night for Infinity. I love it. Carolyn Boyd is coming in. Good morning, Infinity family from Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Y'all, we coming in here one day. We're going to get this text so we can put them up there. Hey, hello from Cousin John Greg in Ohio, Red. Red's family and friends tune in, man. They stay in the space today, man. We're happy to be in the space today and to see everybody. And Tony is sending out grateful information and just sending gratitude to everyone. So as we are in this space today, we want to remind you that everything is good. We got Sister Felina coming in from Wisconsin. Grateful for life. And we're grateful for you too, sis, in this space today. So you all keep generating that in the chat. Keep talking to each other. Thanks Infinite folks who are online, Infinite streamers, for looking out for each other, talking to each other and continuing that chatter. We got Infinite streamers who came and showed up today. So we're happy to see people who've seen us online in the space. Love. So let's prepare ourselves musically by turning to the voices of Infinity. Ashe. So it is.
I need y'all's help with us, of course, as always. Sing, clap your hands. If you feel like standing up and dancing a little bit, please do, because it's all about getting our energy up. And on live, we are so online. I keep saying on live, but you all are on live, yes. But online, the same for y'all. You know, get up. If you feel like getting up and dancing, feel free to do so. Yes, we're ready. Come on and clap your hands a little bit like this. We're going to do a little old school for our young folk out there. They don't know about all this here, okay? Hey, saying it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right to have a good time. And it's all right. We're gonna move it slow. Hey, when the lights are low, yeah. Said you move it slow, it sounds like more. And it's all right, whoa, it's all right. Now listen to the beat. Hey, 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 I kinda pat your feet, yeah, yeah. You got soul and everybody knows, and it's all right, oh, it's all right. Oh, when you wake up early in the morning, feeling sad like so many of us do, hum a little soul, make life your goal, and surely something's gotta come to you, saying it's all right. Hey, said it's all right, yeah. Hey, and it's all right to have a good time, and it's all right, oh, it's all, let's do that again, saying it's all right. It's all right. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right to have a good time. Saying it's all right. Oh, it's all right. Y'all take it away. Hey. Come on, kid. like some of us do. I said, humble little soul, make life your goal, and surely something's gotta come to you, saying it's alright.
It's alright.
Hey, it's alright, yeah. I said, and it's alright to have a good time, and it's alright, oh, it's alright, saying it's alright. Whatever you're going through, it's alright. I said, it's alright to have a good time, and it's alright, whoa, it's alright, saying it's alright, yeah. I'm saying it's alright. Tell yourself, say it's alright to have a good time, and it's alright. Oh, it's one more time, saying it's alright, yeah. Tell yourself it's alright. Hey, it's alright to have a good time, and it's alright. Oh, it's alright. Yeah, it's alright, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
It's alright. It's gonna be alright. I'm here to tell you. It's gonna be okay. It's alright. Yes, we got something else for y'all. We gotta take it on up a little bit more. I hope y'all ready to go with us. Y'all feeling good? Hey, I know y'all know this one. Come on now. We gotta get a little Jill Scott in there. I know what she was thinking when she wrote this song. It's another reminder about life being golden. Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Woo. I'm taking my freedom, putting it off the shelf, putting it on my chain, and I'm wearing it around my neck. I'm taking my freedom, I'm putting it in my car. Wherever I choose to go, it will take me far. I'm living my life like it's golden, 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 golden, living my life like it's golden, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Listen, I'm taking my own freedom, putting it in my song, singing loud and strong. I'm grooving all day long. I'm taking my freedom, I'm putting it in my stroll. I'll be half stepping, y'all. I'm letting my joy unfold. I'm living my life like it's golden. Come on, y'all, sing it for me. Hey, I said I'm living my life, yeah. It's golden, living my life like it's golden, living my life, hey, hey. Listen, I'm holding on to my freedom, can't take it from me. I was born into it, it comes naturally. I'm strumming my own freedom, playing the God in me, reverencing its glory, hope it's proud of me. Hope it's proud of me. I'm living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. Hey, come on, how many of you are living your life like it's golden? You're assuring yourself that my life is golden. Hey, I'm telling myself that life is golden because it's all right. Hey, come on, y'all play. Hey, hey, come on, Reggie. Hey, sounds so good, yeah. like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Come on, say it, y'all. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Come on and say it. Give me a life like it's golden. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Said I'm living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. I'm living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. Hey, you can't take it from me. Yeah, I was born into it. Yeah, I said you can't snatch it away from me. Said I was born into it. Yeah, I'm living my life like it's right there. Hey, remind yourself. Yeah. Hey, remind yourself. Remind yourself. Said I'm living my life like it's golden. One more time, said. Hey, I'm living my life like it's golden. Hey, I'm living my life. Living my life. Woo! That's right there. Hey. Hey. All your stresses and your worries that keep on coming to you. And you wonder why? But I'm living my life like it's golden. Yeah. I know that everything is gonna work out for me because I was born into it. Yeah. The Creator, your source, your God knows exactly what you need and will work out everything for you, always on time. Hey, I'm living my life like it's golden. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I got a special guest that's going to come up here. This is going to give us a little dance thing, I think, right here. Hey, come on, Nana. Hey. Makes you want to move right there, huh? Hey. Go on and play that bass. This is the Queen Diva on the bass right here. Nalani. Hey. Come on up here, Tony. We gotta get a little help on this one. I'm talking about some good times, huh? That's what I'm talking about right here. I'm talking about some good times. Hey, get that mic over there. Good times. These are the good times.
Now get your hands up.
Leave your cares behind.
And get your dance on.
Hey, these are the good times. Woo. Here we go. Good times.
Now get your hands up.
These are the good times.
Gotta be hands, y'all, like this.
True state of mind. These are the good times. Hey, here's the verse that goes like this. Happy days are here again.
Yes, ma'am.
The time is right for making friends. Hey, let's get together about 9:45. Come tomorrow, let's all do it again. Boys will be boys.
Yeah.
Better let them have the toys. Woo! Girls will be girls.
Yes.
You ponytails toss and curls.
Right?
Must put it in to the stress and strife. Hey, I think I want to live a sporty life. Sporty life, good times. Hey,
Like this.
these are the good times. Leave your cares behind. These are the good times. Hey, and the song reminds us again, good times. Hey, these are the good times.
Get your dance on.
Our new state of mind.
Get your dance on.
These are the good times.
And get your groove on.
Tony, I think you got something for us. What's up? Hey.
Hip hop, the hip it to the hip hop. You don't stop. I rock it to the bang bang boogie. Say up jumps the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Give it the wee bop, Scooby Doo. Guess what? America, we love you. And here we go like this. What's a freestyle from the head? Bring a live up from the dead. That's how we do it. Got some good music. Everybody win us. We never ever lose it. Go and get your groove on. All on this song. Yes, I run this track and I'm passing on the baton. No matter how it goes or how it flows, going so fast and we never go slow. Going fat on this dojo. We shadow boxing, got them all knocked in. Cause you know we keep it TikTok in. But you know we ain't never stopping to infinity, to the next century. Keep on going, never any injury. I keep on going with these poems. Come and loaded with these motors. Come and aggressive with these flows. Cause you know your boy never goes slow. But go ahead and keep on going. Keep on breathing. That's how we do it now. It's a new season as we go and spice things up. Thank you all for everybody who showed up. Yes!
Good times. Give it up for Tony. These are the good times.
Yeah!
Our new state of mind. Hey, these are the good times. Hey, come on, tell yourself, these are good times. Good times. Hey, yeah, these are the good times. Hey, leave your cares behind. Hey, these are the good times. Go on and play a little something, y'all. Come on. Come on, baby. Hey! Give it up again for the Queen Diva of the bass. Hey, yeah. Come on. Legendary Reggie Wilson on guitar. Come on, man. Hey. These are the good times.
Yeah.
Said leave your cares behind. These are good times. These are the good times. Here at Infinity, we're gonna have good times. One last time, good times. Hey, these are the good times. Our new state of mind. Our new state of mind are good times. These are the good times.
Everybody clap your hands. Yeah. Feel the vibe coming. Yo, yo, yo. When you're thinking about the good times, even make the rev rhyme. I don't do this all the time, but somehow it got into my own mind. I feel the vibe today. I didn't come in this piece to play. I came into the space to vibe. I came to give you the words that keep you alive. What we're gonna do today, we're gonna rhyme. We're gonna remind ourselves that this is a good time. Hey, wherever you are today, decide that it's gonna go your way. Good times. I got Rihanna in the space today. Yo, I got Lisa in the space today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So everybody just throw your hands in the air and wave them around like you just don't care. And if you feel good and you know you right and you got on clean underwear, everybody say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Say I'm here.
I'm here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good time.
Good times. These are the, give it up for Rev. Hey. Leave your head behind. These are good times. These are the good times. Hey, yeah. Good times. Yeah, these are the good times. Our new state of mind. Our new state of mind. These are the good times. Hey, leave your cares behind. Hey, these are the good times.
Good times. Good times. Voices of Infinity, y'all. Lady Kenitha Carr. Brother Reggie Wooten on the guitar. Sister Delani on the bass. Brother Tony Insignaris with the special guest appearance. Oh man, what a wonderful time, y'all. Good morning again. What a great day. Oh man, it's a pleasure and a privilege to welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship. Today we're making this quantum leap from religious doctrine into spirituality that produces fruit and results in your life. This may be the first time you visited Infinity, so we want to welcome any first timers in the space. But we also want to welcome people at home, so you can take a picture of the slide at home that is up on your screen right now. You can also, if you're a first timer here in the space, please take a picture of the slide, even if you're not a first timer. If you've not received a special gift from Infinity this year, you take a picture of the slide, we will send you a special gift from Infinity this year. So we're going to pull everybody into the space, into the energy there, and let you know that we welcome you as a spiritual being who is navigating the human experience, and not just a human being who is showing up to have a spiritual experience today, because that's what's important. We're all in this space and love together. So we don't see you in that way. We see you as someone who has showed up today, who is ready to move, who is moving forward and wants to be surrounded by community. We have a lot of people in this day and age who are moving toward the space of being spiritual and not necessarily being religious, but then you don't want to give up community either. So this is a community for that. So this is a pleasure to welcome you today. Again, if I'm watching you online, if you're watching me online, I'm not really watching you online, but I'm feeling you online. I'm Rev Jeff, and I want to say welcome to everybody. So we have any first physical time people in the space. We just stand at this time so we can shower you with love. First time physically. Give them a round of applause. Love, hand, think of that. So we don't put you on blast with anything except for love. So we're going to welcome you, sisters. So the way we're going to do this is everybody's going to stand with you, and we're going to turn to you, and we're going to send hands in your direction. And at home, we're sending hands in your direction as well, wherever you are. If this is your first time, put first timer in the box, and we're going to send you love in the space. Everybody take a deep breath. Exhale and release. And you can receive this. You can say it with us. If you watch us online, you know it. So we're going to send it to you in person. All right. With enthusiasm, I see you. But you don't hear me, though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You are more than what's on the outside. You're a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me, where I can let you know that you are not alone. I'm with you, we're with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? All right? I know the real you, and I see you shining today. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. I say, oh. All right, y'all give a fist bump. Give one fist bump to somebody as we prepare now for our offering. And after our offering, we'll take a coffee break. So we switched it up a little bit. So we're going to, as we remain standing, we want to send this energy into the universe. So everybody stand. We're going to say our offertory affirmation. We have welcomed our guests and our visitors. Giving in this space is sacred to infinity, as we know. We give back in a wonderful and powerful way to the space that pours into us with spiritual food. So whether you're giving and putting your offering in an envelope and into the basket down front, the A is for action and it's for abundance. So it's for both because we're putting it in action. So we give back in a very powerful way to the space that gives us our spiritual food. We understand that money is energy. And energy goes into amplifying energy. So if you've been dealing with lack in your life, it's because you're giving from a space of lack. If you're giving from abundance, you don't even worry about it because you know that you can't beat God given. That's just how it is. How much? Go to the ER right now and ask somebody gasping for breath, how much does a breath cost? How much they'd be willing. I guess if they were a billionaire, they'd say, give me 10 breaths, I'll give you all I got. So we are giving these breaths and we are listening and we are feeling this spirit right now. So we're going to send this energy into the space today in a powerful way. And as we give, after we give, we can take a brief break, grab some coffee or some tea as we prepare for the message and the word that is coming. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Another deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. Continue to breathe like this as we begin to focus our energy through this giving, because this giving is a part of a ritual that completes the cycle of love. And we give from a space of good, and we supercharge this offering, whether you're giving Cash App right now, whether you're giving PayPal, whether you're giving by writing your check and sending your money order in, or whether you're giving in the space today. Whatever it is, I always put my hand on my device because I give on my device, so I send it into the atmosphere. We invite you to say aloud with us our offertory affirmation. O limitless, abundant Creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference, and so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Everybody repeat after me. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. Turn to somebody and say, you got it.
You got it.
Let's say, we got it good.
We got it good.
Let's sing as we give for our offering today. Everything is good. Y'all sing along with us wherever you are in the world.
You know, we like to clap our hands a little supercharged. Hey, yeah. I got it good. Said, yeah, yeah. I got it good. Said, yeah, yeah. I got it good. Hey, I said, yeah, yeah. I got it good. Hey, yeah, yeah. I got it good. Hey, I said, yeah, yeah. I got it good. Come on, yeah, yeah. I got it good. Said, yeah, yeah. I got it good. Hey, I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. I got it good. I got it. Hey, I got it. Oh, I got it good. Yeah, I got it good. I got it. Hey, I got it. Oh, I've got it good. Yeah. Yeah, I've got it good. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we got it good. Man, what a good time today. What a good day today. All right, y'all. Look, we're going to keep pushing through in the day or in the year of attainment. This is August, the 8th month of 2022, the year of attainment. The act of attainment is the fact or act of achieving a goal toward which one has worked. So, if you've been working on it, it's here. We are speaking it here in the right now. Even if you haven't seen it yet, you've been planting those seeds. And so those seeds are coming to fruition this year. Some of us, when the praise reports we get started, some people got so much happening to them that they bit off more than they could chew. And that's how the universe goes. They say, well, this is the kind of work I want to do. This is the kind of investment I want to make. And all of a sudden, everything came rushing in. And they say, I can't believe my days are full. I said, well, you asked for it. The universe told you. If you speak it, if you put the energy and action into it, it's going to happen. So we live in the overflow. So everybody, let's say it together. I live in the overflow. One more time. Say that together with authority. I live in the overflow. Yes, that's all that I have to know is that I live in the overflow. If you have a standing ovation, please let me know. Type it out, write it out. Sister Denise has the forms. Go ahead and write it out for us, and we'll do that usually again during the offering. If you have a standing ovation at home, of course, please type it into the chat box so that we can read it aloud in the space for everybody, so that we can get you in that space. Because guess what? Sister Kenita is coming up with me because it's time for standing ovations. Let's sing it. Man, that track sounds so good. Sound like Reggie. Reggie gifted us with that, man. So we can have his essence in the place when he's around. Essence, he leaves us his essence. You know, he keeps us in there. He keeps us going through the space. So there we go.
All right, so it's time for standing ovation. Our high energy at IF comes from our practice of snap. It is why we snap our fingers during this part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys. That's spirituality. We fellowship with like-minded spirits every week. That's nurturing. We take what we learn and apply it in our lives. That's action. And if we do these, then every week we see examples of progress in our lives. And that's the proof. So let us pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. So what'll happen is when your name is called, please stand as I read aloud your manifestation. And you can do this at home too. When we call your name out, you can stand up. When I finish each person's ovations, we will snap our fingers to celebrate them. And then at the very end, we will provide a collective standing ovation. That's how it is.
I love it. Look,
yes.
Our first ovation, while we're waiting on those to come in here, our first ovation is this is something that came through me on a sense, but really didn't, because I'm just here working, living my divine purpose. Y'all surprised me last week with the birthday cake. Those of you know, I turned 55. And turning 55 was special for me because it's a wonderful age. I'm old enough to know what I'm doing. I'm still young enough to do it. And I'm 55 for some reason. I woke up, I was going to text. Well, no, I ain't going to use the shorthand, but I say that it starts with I and then D, and then the last one is F. But there are a couple of other letters in there. But yeah, I let that sink in. There's something about 55. Something about 55, you reach the elder status where you like say what's on your mind more, and you don't care about what other people. Did it hit? Okay, let it hit there. But in a spiritual way, it's a blessing. So on that day, on Tuesday, y'all know we got the chance to celebrate Shanka Dukare. So I put up, there's a slide here that I put on the internet. The Spirit moved me to, instead of trying to celebrate around myself, we know that Shanka left Charlie Huddleston. She left two beautiful kids, two awesome kids, y'all. And we know that their immediate needs were a concern. And I'm going to say this. Infinity is not massive. We're still growing. We're awesome. We're growing in reach and scope. And considering that we started nearly 8 years ago with just 3 folks, to where we've come by getting a facility and land and inspiring people around the world, it is a beautiful thing. But I'm going to tell you one thing about this small but growing congregation. We don't play when it comes to serving. And we don't play when it comes to stepping into the gap. So my birthday, I put this little flyer online to say, what can we do to provide some immediate relief for Shanka and for her kids, since they're going to be here. And there's a great trust that's growing up that's going to take care of them from college and going forward. But these babies got to get to college and they got to grow up. So we put a GoFundMe up on the internet, and our goal was to raise $2,500 that we could raise in 24 hours to take to those kids and to deliver it to them. We got a slide. Let me tell you what the universe did for us, y'all. This is what the universe did. 5,200. Ain't God abundant? Ain't the universe abundant? Won't the ancestors do it? Won't people do it? You think you're going for something, man, and you say, you know, we're just gonna go for something, 2,500. People responded. We were able to go. We went to Costco yesterday, and we're not gonna put anybody on blast because we didn't take pictures on Friday. We didn't take pictures and do all of that stuff because Infinity, we don't do the bring everybody down front and show how much good you're doing. That's not spiritually sound. So we just did this in quiet. But when I tell you the energy that came from that family when we unloaded a van load of Costco supplies, and we gave them all of the funds that people from around the country contributed to. When I tell you that spirit that said, this is it, this is why we're here, that thing was there. So you all congratulate yourself, because all of you did this because you sent and you shared this message online. You shared it at the country, you shared it around, and we were able to do this. So now these children, man, these sweet kids, man, such a gift in the universe. So standing ovation to all of you all for sharing, for contributing, and for letting people know that this is how we do it. This is how we look out, man. Woo, try to be. So that's big standing ovation to the energy of Shanka Dukare, because I know from ancestral space, it was no surprise. I'm sure Shanka was over there speaking in everybody's ears.
Put that money on in there.
I'll put that in there. Take care of my babies. Take care of my babies. And so, yeah, meeting in Dublin, it's always a good thing. So standing ovation there. We have another standing ovation. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got it.
Oh, and I also got one,
Let's
too.
do standing ovation.
So this is for Kamaria Carr. We know that she started at Meg's. She just started in 5th grade at Meg's, and she was the only student from her school to make it into Meg's. Here she is. And so she came in the car with a few days ago, and she was like, I'm going to run for class president. And so we were like, okay. So she had her speech and all that kind of stuff. We worked on that. We were able to pass out little candy things with vote for Kamaria Carr. And so she was able to win by 1 vote, but she is class president.
Madam President.
I said she's taking after her father, who was SGA president at TSU, so we got a little legacy going on there. So
Good job,
standing
Smooch.
ovation for you, Smooch Pooch.
All right. We're going down to the key. I know you want to go play.
She's ready to go.
Yeah, I love it. And I was a late bloomer. All that stuff hit me when I was grown up, like 19, 20, 21. So she's doing it way ahead of time, which our legacy should. Any kid should do better than us. You know, we should always strive for that. So congratulations. All right, what we got?
All right, Sister Denise Noah.
And on up, Denise.
Yay. Okay, yesterday I spoke to the ladies of Sigma, Gamma, Rho, Kappa, Tau. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Sigma chapter in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and she was invited by Sister Angela Bartlett Trees. Yes!
Denise, the do-over coach.
Yes, speaking and doing her thing.
Speaking and presenting in the space today.
Goodness,
Okay, good. Do we have
everywhere.
anybody else that we want to make sure? Okay, I don't see. We got one more
one
coming. We
here.
got one more
Yes.
coming in. So yes, as we get these standing ovations, y'all, we make sure we remind everybody that that vibration of alignment is when I celebrate for other folk, the universe is ready to celebrate for me. So we are in that space. Okay, we got.
All right, Sister Lynette Maddie. Did I
Come
say
on,
it right?
stand up
Hopefully.
right.
Madry. Okay, there we go. She says, I start a new journey of a new era of transportation. And God had already told me that this is where he wants me. It was told to me that God was going to bless my mind in my business area.
Blessings. Sister Lynette is going up. Yes. All right. So let's do it.
New ventures.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's
Do
what we got.
have any
Yeah.
online?
Everybody
Okay.
celebrate.
All right. So.
Oh, online, everybody's just clapping and putting
They're
snaps
like,
and everything. They're going in for
you know,
everybody who share. We love it.
Okay, so if you shared, you get to have several seats. And the rest of us are going to stand to our feet and give a thunderous standing ovation wherever we are in the world, okay? Here we go. Yes. And so those are the announcements and ovations for today. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Ashe.
Ashe.
Woo.
Woo. Denise, how you feel? Lynette, how you feel? Feel good when people love on you.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. You know, if y'all want to know what it's like for people to stand up and just scream for you. That's what it feels like, man. And you feel good when you do it for other folk too, man. You know, you feel good when you do it. You know, and I just want to remind everybody the message is coming. It's time to let this energy flow. But as the message is coming, as the downloads coming, the voices are going to come and prep us for that. But there's something to be said about this energy of perspective and this energy of gratitude and this energy of always reminding ourselves that not only are we appointed to look out for each other like that, but on a spiritual plane, every single one of the cosmic forces, everything that comes out of God, everything that came through your people and your ancestors is standing up every single day doing the same standing ovation for you. Everything in the creation is doing the same standing ovation. Every time you decide, when you get up in the morning, I'm going to live my life to the fullest, everything in creation is giving you a standing ovation. So y'all don't forget that as we prepare to let it flow. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Sometimes we just have to let it go
everything else flow. Just let it flow. Let it flow. Open your heart to receiving and let it flow. First thing Monday morning, I'm gonna pack my tears away. I got no cause to look back. I'm looking for me a better day. You see, the thing about love is that it's not enough if the only thing it brings you is pain. Comes a time when we must all make that change, darling. Just let it go. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Everything's gonna work out right, you know. Just let go. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Just let it flow. Don't nobody want no broke heart, and don't nobody want no two-time losers. Nobody gonna love you like you are if you take whatever they bring your way. You see, the thing of it, we deserve respect, but we can't demand respect without change. Comes a time when we must go our own way. Let it go. Flow, let it flow, let it flow. Everything's gonna work out right, you know. Just let it go, yeah. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Just let it flow. Sometimes love can work right out, you know it. And sometimes you'll never know it. You're never gonna know it. But if it brings you pain in your life, don't be afraid to let it go. Let it flow. Everything's gonna work out right, you know. You know, you know, you know, yeah. And let it flow. Hey, yeah. Go on and y'all play. Singing la 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 la. Let it flow. La 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 la. Let it go. Let it go now, yeah. La 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 la. Let it flow. La 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 la. Let it go. Let it go now, yeah. Let it flow. Everything's gonna work out right, you know. Just let it go, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm singing la 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 la. Let it flow. La 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 la. Let it go now, yeah. La 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 la. Let it flow. La 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 la. Let it go, let it go. Y'all sing that. La 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 la. Let it flow, let it flow. La 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 la. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Just let go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Release yourself from all that's holding you back, yeah. All the good is coming to you, yeah, 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 yeah. Just change your perspective of what's going on in your life and let it flow. Let it flow, yeah. La 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 la. Let it flow. La 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 la. Let it go. Let it go, yeah, yeah. La 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 la. Let it flow. La 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 la. Let it go. Let it go, yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo. Yeah, Ricky. Woo. Thank you, Melanie. Woo.
Say it again. There's my mic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The voices of infinity. Let it flow, y'all. Let it flow. Let it flow. Not only let it flow, but equally let it go. Let it go and let it flow. So all of the things that you've been holding on to, all of those things that have been holding you back, all those things that have been threatening your sanity even, just let it go. You hold on to it. Nobody's forcing it on you. You hold on to it. People say, well, what all of these forces are coming against me? Well, the old folks had a saying, it ain't what you call me, it's what I answer to. So, you know, people can call your names. It's when you say, huh? I've had people try to call me some names and it just wore out. They, hey, you're out. I'm just like hooking their head. They say, you're not talking to me. I'm only going to answer to what my name is. I'm only going to answer to who I know I am. So you got to let it go. Real briefly, I want to talk to y'all today in Thanksgiving about real estate investment because we all need to be smart about investing in real estate. And when we say, well, how can we invest in real estate? And we talk about real estate during a spiritual experience. Investing in real estate, Star, is a very spiritual experience. And Radisha, when we talk about investing in real estate, I just want to leave you with 3 principles of real estate. Number 1, they're not making any more dirt. Turn to anybody and say, they ain't making no more dirt. You know, if you live in the city of Nashville, if you've grown up here, or if you have transplanted here, or if you've been studying the trends and you've noticed that we are one of the fastest growing metropolitan statistical areas in the nation, that we are now approaching nearly 1 million people when you include the suburbs, and that is a jump of about 300,000 people over the last several years. It has impacted everything from infrastructure to transit, but plenty of neighborhoods, including everything in the inner city, has been thoroughly gentrified. Just 5 years ago, you could come here and make a living with a family on $42,000. That number is now $92,000 because when those who have the resources invest in the land and are able to sit on this real estate investment, they are able to increase the property values so that you can squeeze out people and then end up having a higher property value where you need $92,000 as a single person just to be able to live in housing that's considered affordable. And the people who are winning are the people who are investing in real estate. Why? Because real estate is one of the most sound long-term investments that you could have. When you invest and you want to make a lot of money pretty quick, you can play the stock market. We got some day traders and we got some Bitcoin specialists and some cryptocurrency folks. And while the rest of the world is still trying to figure out exactly what the blockchain is, we know that the long-term investments people are making are real estate investments. That's why the largest corporations are putting together hundreds of millions of dollars to come in and bid on your grandmama's house so that they can turn it into a rental property. Why do you turn it into a rental property? Because when you're investing in real estate, you have an opportunity to be a landlord. And when you're a landlord, the income comes to you, the equity comes from you, the return comes through your investment, but the people who are just renting, they don't get anything but a shelter over their head. They're never able to build wealth. So in addition to knowing that there's no more dirt being made, we also know that people who invest in real estate are landlords. Turn to somebody and say, be a landlord. Be a landlord. Because when you're going to be a landlord, what ends up happening is, Brother Jonathan, you end up having something to pass down to your children. All right. You see, we look at it from one perspective, and the perspective when you ain't owning and you ain't investing is a doomsday scenario. But oh, when you got hold of that dirt and you become the landlord, then you got something to hand down to your generations. And Sister Rihanna, when you got family who have generations before, they've gone through the sacrifice of investing in the dirt, and you got a few hundred acres wherever they may be, you got a legacy that you can hand down to your children. Now, we're going to grapple over that legacy sometimes. We're going to figure out what to do with the legacy sometimes, but the reality is you got something to leave behind. Turn to somebody and say, leave a legacy. So number one, they ain't making no more dirt. Number two, be a landlord. Number three, leave a legacy. Oh, how many of you know that I ain't just talking about real estate? You see, because what you have to recognize in this space is that it's time for you to get a return on your investment. It's time for the universe to get a return on the investment that it made in you. Because guess what happened when you were first manifest in this physical body? Say what you want, but if you track the origin of the creation stories, they're pretty much all the same. When you go to Kemet or Egypt, there's a story told about the little g manifestation of the attribute principle of the larger G creator that is all about fertility and all about rebirth. That information, that essence, that power is called kunum. Say kunum. Kunum is the attribute of God that is said to have formed human beings out of dirt on the potter's wheel. So you are the dirt. If you take that forward and you take it into the Ifa narrative from the Yoruba people, the creation attribute of God known as Obatala, say Obatala, formed human beings out of the dirt. If you take that to the biblical narrative and the Abrahamic religions, it is said that God created human beings from the dust of the earth and breathed life into them. So guess what, baby? You are the dirt. And guess what? They ain't making no more dirt. They ain't making no more you. So whether you think that you're going to heaven and pie in the sky and you've been waiting on the good to happen to you then, or whether you think you're going to be reincarnated through your ancestral line, or whether you think you're going to be reincarnated as a stone or a rock or a frog or a tree, whatever you believe right now, there's one thing they can all agree on. You got this life right now. They ain't making no more dirt like you. Don't be mad at dirt. If we ain't got dirt, we ain't got seeds. If we ain't got seeds, we ain't got planting. If we ain't got planting, we ain't got growing. If we ain't got growing, we ain't got harvest. If we ain't got harvest, we ain't got fruit. If we ain't got fruit, we ain't got eating. Being dirt is good because they ain't making no more of you. The second thing you have to understand that once you have purchased the dirt, and let me tell you the secret if you didn't know it, if you born into this reality, you already got the real estate. The real estate is you. So you got to decide if you're going to be a renter or you're going to be a landlord. Because if you're going to be a landlord over who you are and your purpose, then guess what comes with being a landlord? Responsibility. Oh my God. See, some of us want to exist in a particular theological paradigm that teaches us that we don't have any choice in the matter. That somehow we got to beg a universe to look out for us. That somehow we got to talk to 5 or 6 different people so we can tap in to the concept of God inside of us. When God created us as the dirt in the first place, you are not created to continue to rent from people. You're turning your lifestyle and your living over to somebody else. You're hoping that they show up to fix things for you.
You're hoping that they don't kick you out when you might be a little bit behind. You're hoping that everything is in somebody else's hand. You're playing like the stocks and the bonds. The difference in that investment is stocks and bonds depends on fickle people and how they feel about things at once. But when you own the dirt, when you decide that you're going to be the landlord, you get to set the rules. You get to decide who comes in and out of your consciousness house. You get to choose whether you're going to allow negative people to come in and wreck your shop. See, I was I bought my first house when I was 25 years old. And one thing that one of my mentors taught me, they said, make sure you vet the people that you let into your property upstairs. You want people who are going to pay their bills on time. You want people who are going to respect your property. Because if not, you come home after you have to move them out and you have the faucets have been turned on and they have flooded your house and they have ripped the sockets out. They don't care because they're not owners, but see, you own the dirt that you in right now. So how do you expect somebody else to provide the maintenance for you when you aren't willing to do the maintenance for yourself? The maintenance is getting up every day with an attitude that you're going to do. Your maintenance is making sure that you are the landlord or the landlady of your property. And if your property is indeed the temple of a living God, then doesn't it make sense to take care of it and not wreck it? Doesn't it make sense to be careful of what and who you allow into your ear space, who you allow into your conscious body, who you allow into your property? Because when you maintain a positive vibration, when you maintain an understanding that you are owning this space, that you are here directly for a reason, that you are here for that purpose, every single door is going to open for you, then you start thinking like an owner and not a renter. The renters are not at Home Depot. The renters are not at Lowe's. When you go there and people pushing those baskets with those 2x4s and those plumbing couplets and those light fixtures and they watching their YouTube video, that's because they are maintaining their property. So yeah, it takes some extra time. Yeah, you're going to scratch your head to figure some things out. But you're going to maintain your property by putting the right things in your mind, by allowing the right people to come over, to choose carefully who you allow in your consciousness space, and to never let anybody knock you off of your path. Because when you do that thing, you understand that as a landlord, you get the last thing. What's the last thing? Leave a legacy. This is why people cry for you when you pass away. It's because you left a legacy, and they're going to miss holding your hand. They're going to miss sitting on the porch with you. They're going to miss the fact that you poured into them to a space where it was overflowing. That's why we miss people when they go. That's when somebody announces that this earthly house is moved on to another space, that you recognize the concept of having a space that is not built by human hands. That is not just the space of heaven, but it's the space of what you left behind. And just like an investor in real estate leaves behind properties for generations to build generational wealth, you leave behind a legacy based on what you're thinking and doing and living right now. So don't let anything stop you from living. Don't let anything stop you from loving. Don't let anything stop you from getting a return on your investment. Because just like you're investing in your dirt, you are investing in being your landlord. You are investing in everything that is coming your way. Guess who the ultimate investor is? God. Because God loved you so much that God sat down with you before you came into this space and looked at the investment portfolio and it said, what do you want to invest in? And you said, I want to come through this piece of dirt. I want to be made in the clay. And I want my name to be Denise. I want my name to be Alicia. I want my name to be Dave. I want my name to be Latia. I want my name to be Granisha. And you program that in your DNA, and you started looking at the map and saying, here's where I want to be born, and here are the experiences I have. And I know, because right now as we're working out this household here in this space, there are people that are saying, well, I didn't choose abuse. I didn't choose disappointment. I didn't choose my parents, because one half of my parents or two halves of my parents just ain't no damn good. I wouldn't have chosen all of the stuff that I've been through. I wouldn't have chosen that friend that did me wrong. I wouldn't have chosen that person that broke my heart. I wouldn't have chosen them constantly. I wouldn't have chosen to struggle in my early life. I wouldn't have chosen to struggle in my teen. I would not have chosen that. Well, you chose it because you had to get the things that gave you the consciousness space so that you could be grateful for where you are right now. And if there weren't any storms that you've been through, you wouldn't be able to celebrate the victory when the sunrise came. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You have moved on and through those things. You are no longer held back by those limitations that people put you through. You are now investing in doing the maintenance. But guess what? Every good investment has a solid return. So you are the ultimate investment of the universe because you are made in the image and likeness of God. And you were trusted to come into this space to leave this world better than when you found it, so that you can leave the legacy of good that is love and is life. That's the ultimate return, because you are not only the real estate, but you are the real estate. Real, what you perceive in this reality. Estate being something that you can hold tangibly that moves forward. You are the tangible estate, the living manifestation of God. And you do it by doing what you're supposed to do and not looking anywhere else. You can't listen to the renters tell you what to do with your property. Y'all notice that I was closing, but that just came into my consciousness. See, you can't. Y'all notice that renters always got something to say about the landlord. That's because they're not paying the property taxes, right? That's because they're not the ones that have to come in and fix those 2x4s. They're not the ones that have to deal with the flood because you left the bathtub on. You get to say, oh, my landlord, he just said, there she is, ain't doing what she's supposed to. It's always the renters who come in your house and say, you know what you ought to do? You ought to vault that ceiling, and you ought to put a fan down there, and you ought to give me $200,000 to help me do that. Well, when you get it done, call me. That's the renter mentality. But when you deal with owners, when you deal with landlords, they share things. You give good references. You deal with people who are dealing with investment spaces where they know a good return when they see it. So you all in this space today, welcome back to this space where you recognize that you are not only just real estate, you are prime real estate. You are unpriceable. You cannot be labeled because you are invaluable, because you are infinite and unlimited. What a wonderful day it is to get a return on the investment that was made in you. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Amen and ashe. All right. All right, let's take a deep breath in together as we focus our energy around these concepts and these thoughts. Exhale and release. Allow your eyes to close. God, from a space of open heart, we give thanks today. We give thanks today for being born in these physical bodies, these temporary physical bodies that serve just to hold these unlimited and infinite spirits that come from you. We are buckets of water drawn from the ocean. We have your same attributes within us. We don't have your breadth and your depth, but we are connected, and so we have access. And so from this point of access, we are grateful for this manifestation. We are grateful for the opportunity to leave behind the things that no longer serve us and to walk in a space of gratitude and thanksgiving for the great things that are manifest in the right now. We thank you for stewardship of these bodies. We thank you for stewardships of our minds and our spirits. And we thank you for a community of people who come together who remind us that we can succeed, that we can thrive, that we can grow, and that we can leave an estate. Thank you for the legacy that is coming from this space today. Thank you for this fellowship. Thank you for this mindset. Thank you for this love. Thank you for the confidence that we need to move forward in healing. I speak a special flow of energy to those who are needing healing in this space, that you have it moving forward abundantly, that you are reminded that the power is not in the doctor's hand, but the power is in the universal God that is moving through the doctor's hand, and that you will be placed in the right spaces for the healing that you need. We speak relief for those who are going through bereavement right now, and the confidence of knowing that a person's life that has made a difference makes us weep deeply for them. But as a reminder that the tears of the ancestors usher those who have died into the heavenly space, we celebrate as we bring this circuit back together today in confidence. We thank you right now. We see our dreams, we see our purpose, we see our hearts to overflowing, and we know that we are abundantly covered in love. We accept these things. We proclaim these things. We know these things to be true, and so it is. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Amen, Amen, Utep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. So it is. As our musicians come forward as we begin to close our service today, I'll ask you like Shanka Dukare would say, y'all all right? Y'all all right? Is everybody all right? Our voices are going to stay around today for those of you on Instagram Live. You can watch them or you can come in the room, get you some popcorn, get you something. Relax. Don't be shy. Come hang on. All rise in the space. As we move from this place into the world that awaits our light, raise our voices together, tune our frequency into balance with the universe for peace, love, and joy, and we move side to side. And we share in the energy of goodness. The words are on the screen. We invite you to sing along with us as we close the fellowship for today, but always open in love. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's a day. God's reminding
Me to look at you and see family. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
God's reminding me.
God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
God's reminding me.
God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
We speak that the love of God, the wisdom of the ancestors, and the infinite and abundant power of the universe rest, rule, rock, ride forever with you, henceforth, now, and forevermore. Let us all sing together.
Amen. Amen. Hotep Shalom. Namaste. Ashe.
This time next week, 5-finger discount next week at If Speaks. We have a great conversation. Show up on time. We love y'all. That's a fact you cannot change.